was having a conversation with my husband about success, and I was actually reminded of a blog post that I myself wrote, and it was about measuring success. So how do we measure success? How do you know if you are successful? You might have done some amazing things in your life, and then you flick on the telly and there's this, beautiful woman stood there that has a designer handbag and a huge mansion, and she's jet setting all around the world. And suddenly what you thought was a good achievement in your life kind of feels a bit insignificant. Number one rule, success should not, I repeat, not be measured on lifestyle or material possessions. You honestly could look around and see people driving these amazing cars, big houses. I especially live in a place in Spain here where people do seem to have the big houses, the cars, the outwardly successful lifestyle, but a lot of people have all of this stuff on credit. It doesn't mean anything. So don't base success on material and outwardly possessions. Success truly comes from honoring who we are and how we're living in accordance with that. If you've been through a lot in your life in terms of personal obstacles and challenges, and you've come out the other side and you've grown within those experiences, you're really successful because your soul growth has undergone a big change, and that's the reason we're here, okay? And you've learned how to deal with and work through those experiences. We mustn't think that gaining material possessions, gaining more money, in a way that especially compromises us and makes us lose sight of who we are, is the answer to success. Now, I guess for me, success means if I'm happy in my life. And so there's these two sides of what I would personally measure my own success on. Number one, am I happy? And number two, have I done what I want to do in order to honour who I am? And that for me filters into my work a little bit, because I work directly with, in a way, helping people. So have I reached the amount of people that I would like to help? And the answer is not really, not at the moment. So, okay, I could have a bit of success possibly there going forward. But on a personal level, I've been happy for a number of years. I've created a life where I'm able to fit my work around my family, fit my work around my travel, fit my work around doing the things that I love. And that's super important. And not having to work for somebody else is also super important for me. I'm not very good at answering to somebody else, So yeah, for me, it's about measuring your personal happiness, and also not compromising your integrity in the search for success. So as an example, I was approached by a major US TV network that wanted to do a psychic mediumistic show, but this show had an angle to it that I really wasn't comfortable with. And even before we got into the bigger talks and stuff, I said, no, not going to work for me. And I'm aware that most people might get opportunities like this and think, this is the big time and whatnot. But for me, my integrity, my morals, who I am as a person, I'm not going to compromise that for some extra money. So for me, it was the right choice to say no at that moment. And I think that's a key point that we need to remember with success when we're measuring it by the visual, the physical, materialistic visual of, that person is sat at the top of that company and they're earning X million dollars, or they're in the big car, the big house. It's not necessarily a true measure of whether they're happy within that situation. They could be working in that company at that high level with all of that money and outward success, but they're very, very deeply unhappy. They hate their boss. They do not like their wife or their family life because they're so miserable in the fact that they have to go every day and compromise their values and their morals and do things that maybe they don't feel quite comfortable with. So remember, success is about how happy and content you are within yourself and your life at this moment, and if you love what you do. And real success is honoring who you truly are and living life in a way that's in accordance with that, okay? So next time you're thinking, oh, I should be doing X, Y, Z to be more successful, just measure how happy you are. And if you're not very happy, then change small things that can have an effect on that happiness and ultimately change your success level. Okay?